So this was the first time that I met her. This was when I was going for a walk, and then I just found her on the ground and she was just like chilling there. I started petting her, and the moment I like used to touch her, she used to like, she would look up and she would like scream at me and all that stuff. But then I think slowly she got used to it. Now, since this was the first time I even got her, I actually had like no idea where I should keep her. So I just kept her at one of my neighbor ka nest. I could actually sense like she was not having a good time there, so we just brought her home. Tried like giving her some water, she would just not, she would just look at me and like as if she's saying to my face like, you dumb bitch. Okay, sorry. Or even if I tried like feeding her something, she would not eat that. So eventually we figured out we need have to like make her own space. You know what is the one thing that I observed? Like every time I'm feeding her, if she doesn't want to eat what I'm feeding, she'll first like move her head, like like as if she's not able to see the spoon. And then if that's not working, she'll just close her eyes. It's like I'm having a baby, but I'm really not having a baby. It's not my baby, but it's somebody else's baby, and I'm taking care of it. Yes, baby. I'll just be right back. What I observed was like she was not having a good time in that mini box. So I was like, I'm just going to carry her. So I just carried her in my arm, and then that is how the bonding started. So I used to carry her. She was looking at me. I think she was kind of getting used to my face and to my touch of my hands or whatever. And then she was having a good time. She would just like lay on me. She would like, she would like be on my hands and all that stuff. So we were having a good time. Then I tried feeding her. She would just not eat anything at all. She was like, nah, not interested, and she would not eat anything I feed her. We tried to like get her to sleep, and then I kept her in the box, and she would again try to like fly out of it. She would like flinch, or she would like make sounds. It was kind of like as if like get me out of here kind of sounds. So I heard my motherly instinct, they came out and they were like, you know what, she's sleeping next to me. So that's exactly what I did. So I made her a little space using my makeup tray. I used that, I added a tissue paper on top of it, and then she was just right next to my pillow. Even when I used to take naps, I used to just wake up and I would look at her, she would be sleeping, and I'd go back to bed. And then morning may again 6 o'clock she woke up, and then she woke me up as well, and then she tried closing and she tried sleeping. But I was like, you know what, there's no way in hell she's sleeping after waking me up. So I did what any mother would do, forced her to eat. And then probably I tried the same dropper thing again. She did not like the dropper thing. She would not eat. Anytime that food fell on her skin, she would just look up at me as if she's like, you dumb bitch. It was kind of like she's not saying anything, but her eyes just just give the way. They just give the way. Understood that maybe the dropper is not working, so I should maybe try feeding her with my fingers. And I did that, and it sort of worked. She would like eat a bit. She would, just like chew on it. And yeah, she was kind of eating, like, she's eating something. So I tried doing that a lot of times, and that kind of worked. Day two was like when she got super active. I kept her around me because like she would just constantly like make those sounds, and that was so annoying. At one point I was like, yaar, isko main apne paas hi rakhne wali hu. So I just like even when if I'm cleaning my room, she'll like fly and all that stuff. She's looking here and there, she's flying, and then she's walking, she's climbing the pillows and all that stuff. So this was kind of like a good progress for the both of us. I mean, I was so happy to like see her actually do what she's supposed to do. She shitted on my dress, she shitted on my sheets. I had this pink bed sheet on, so when I kept her there on my bed just to like get her used to the environment and get her used to me, she did a lot of shitting on my bed as well. In the evening is usually when she got even more active and she started to like fly. She tried flying. It's not that good, but it's still a progress. Like she will just fly, she'll do a turn, and then she'll come back and sit in her place. So I took her with me to the park, and she was flying. She was in my arms most of the time, and then suddenly she'll get these weird urges to like fly, and that is usually when she would do that. And then even when she would fly, she'll like fall down again. She'll sit there for a few minutes, and then she'll fly again. So she was doing that, so that was good. And then Kyawa was, because she was not flying when I found her, like, I'm just going to take her because she's not like that far. She was like somewhere around me, so I just brought her back home. I think I have to like check with someone that actually knows what's up with her, because when I took her to the park today, she would fly, or she would like fly, but she would not fly high enough, or she would not go at a distance. Like her distance would be very short, let's say like 5 seconds max. Brought her back, and I'll feed her, and then we'll see how she does. I love you. I love you. That was like the biggest mistake I've done, because she ate my head. Literally, she ate my head, like with her noises, the way she was flying. She freaked me out itne baar. Oh my god. Yeah, even if I keep her in the box, she'll like not stay in the box. She would like jump, she would like fly out of the box. So right now in this phase, she's like super energetic, so she'll just fly and fly and fly and fly and fly. And I would freak out, because if I'm going to like catch her or hold her, she'll fly on me, and that would scare the living hell out of me. This is when I kind of realized that I'm not supposed to pet her. I'm not supposed to take care of her. I'm not supposed to be her mother figure at this point in her life. This phase is her fledgling phase. So it's usually when, mom and dad of the bird, they help her, they kind of like feed her to fly and all that stuff. So, and if I take care of her, and if I start like giving, or like start being the mother figure in her life, she's not going to have that good growth as she's supposed to have if I start taking care of her. The next morning I woke up, and then like I kept her in the same spot where I found her, and I stood there for a few minutes. I felt like she was calling out for her mom and dad. She was flying, and she would come back and land on her feet again. And then after a lot of time, her parents actually arrived. Even in the garden, she would like make all these noises, right? And I remember seeing the same exact birds near her there. So because I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, I was like, okay, maybe they are coming to hurt her or something like that, and I don't want that for my baby. So I like flew them away, and I just kept them away from her without realizing that these were her parents. The mom finally arrived, and she was feeding the baby, and then the next thing she's not flying as she's supposed to. She's just sitting there, she's not flying. And I got so mad, and I was like, you know what, this is your punishment. Like, I'm not supposed to be doing this to you, so I'm just going to leave. And then I just kept her on the pillow, and then I left. And then after that, I have not seen hers, and not even her family. So I'm pretty sure like she learns how to fly, she does her things or whatever. Yes, I still miss her. Yes, I still want her to be with me, but if she's with me, she can't really do or grow in her life. And I'm just gonna leave her to her parents, because she is their responsibility. However, I'll be more than happy to take her responsibility, but it's not going to work out. I gave her back to her mom and dad. She's with her parents at the moment, and I really hope she lives a good life. Thank you for watching this video.